a few of those deputies are friends of mine, but I was there for that shooting near Boynton Beach in front of First and 10, and the sheriff, he was intense.
Yeah.
I think is the nicest way of putting it.
Yeah, I saw him. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a plethora of fantastic sound bites to pull from that.
Well, I bet. He's getting tired of having to investigate all these shootings. That's a lot of paperwork, a lot of legal mumbo-jumbo they got to go through now.
Oh, without a doubt. And also, you got to take a deputy off the street for however long all that investigating goes on.
That's right.
But, if you go to CBS12.com, there was actually, I guess scuffle is probably a little too harsh a word, an encounter with two of those on-edge deputies and a photographer from Channel 25 that we happened to, were rolling for.
Oh, yeah.
And again, not placing... not placing any judgment on anyone, but, they are definitely on edge. And I'll tell you, if you don't get a chance to go online, I'll tell you the gist of it real quick. So there was this girl that came over to us, and, this is when the deputies are doing their investigation. They got crime scene after all this stuff. And, we get the basic information from the public information officer for the sheriff's office.
Yep.
This girl walks up, and she's got her cell phone with her and shows us a picture of who she says the person who the deputy shot and killed is.
All right.
So, at that point, they're not confirming any names or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, we're looking at her phone. We're getting the shot just in case that person turns out to be the right one.
Yeah.
Well, the photographer from 25, the girl, she was having a hard time getting the picture up on the phone or whatever. So, she hands him the phone. He starts working on it, and two deputies come over, and they're like, "You're coming with us, talk to the girl, and then you're giving me that phone."
Oh.
And he's like, "What for?" So, I'm back at the truck. We hear what's going on. So the photographer I'm working with, we head out there. It's kind of like, what's the deal, guys?
Yeah.
They some words were exchanged, things like that. It got a little heated for a second, but it's amazing how, law enforcement figures kind of scatter when the camera starts pointing in their direction. So you'll catch some of that.
I don't know if I agree with that, Gary. I mean,
Why?
they all have PIOs who are willing to talk. Now, they're obviously representing the sheriff's department.
Right.
Well, no, this had nothing to do with talking. They wanted to come take something that had nothing to do with their investigation, from us.
Then why do you think they wanted it if it had nothing to do with the investigation?
Because they were talking to anyone who could have been a witness. This girl said she, when we were talking to her first, that she wasn't even there.
She wasn't a witness. On her phone was a picture of
a picture of the guy who
thought
she
was
said,
suspected.
Right.
Correct.
All it was her phone.
Right.
And she wanted to know, well, they wouldn't verify whether or not it was the person on that phone.
Right.
But why would the police want to keep that phone?
I don't know.
Why would they? And it's one thing to say, hey, when you're done, let's see. It's not like we're deleting anything from it, but it's another thing to come and snatch it.
Yeah.
That was the thing where that might have been a little, we're usually most of us are, we'll work with you. We understand it's a job. We get it. We're not trying to get in anyone's way, but the same has to be said for us. We're trying to do a job too.
Right.
And that's it was a little, it got a little heated for a second.
Well, what happened to the camera person from 25?
Well, he basically backed off. He said, "Yeah, here, take it," It wasn't until they kind of they started. I guess they grabbed his arm in a somewhat slightly aggressive manner. I guess is the most PC way of putting it.
Boy.
So it seemed, it's like, really, guys, you don't need to do that. We're not going to keep anything from you,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's all. It seemed a little much, but things calmed down. But I'll tell you, I wouldn't, I would be very careful around any of the deputies because it's understandable. They're, they're concerned with all the guns that are out there and, the job that they have to do.
Right, absolutely.
Yep.
And a dangerous one it is.
All right, Gary.
Good talking to you guys. And so, Rich, what's the tomorrow with, or was it Sunday with Lexus?
No, it's tomorrow.
So have you planned what you're going to say?
No, I have no. It's being prepared for me. I told her I wasn't going to write anything. I'm not writing hello, goodbye, kiss my ass.
You're putting no effort into this whatsoever, are you?
Absolutely not. I am not.
And she appreciates that very much.
It's all I can do to muster up the courage to go. I'll be there.
The only thing I can figure is there must not be a ball game on at that time.
Well, there is a DVR.